All right, guys, we have another JIN knife kit. JIN knives kit knife to put together. And I did an unboxing, and there were several comments, much to my surprise, of people wanting to see it put together. So I've done one of their videos before and assembled this knife in D2, flipper, liner lock. You can go check that out in the other videos. I'll put a thing up in the corner. However, they also, after that one, they sent me this kit, which is all G10. The blade is G10. This is perfect for children, groups, Boy Scout activity, Girl Scout activity, something like that. The scales are just G10 as well. It is a lockback, which we'll figure out. So there is a little bit of a metal spring, some hardware. It comes with the tool and it comes with some oil. So let's just dive into it. It comes with some instructions as well. I am going to kind of scroll through the instructions rather quickly to see that I don't screw it up. It's really steps 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this should take just a couple of minutes, but let's just see here. So we're going to start with the scale, with the spring, and then the lock bar is going to go in here, I think. Well, we'll get to that. Got to go in order. So bear with me. I'm going to focus. I'm going to try to read and assemble all at the same time. Insert 2 female blind screws from the back. 2 female blind screws from the back side here and here. Okay, get that down on the ground so they don't pop out. Down on my glow-in-the-dark Blade HQ mat. Into the holes on the outside of the face. Then position the spring device on it. Align the holes to make sure screws go through the thing. Then position the left-hand panel on the spring device. Also align holes. And then use the screws. Okay, so put that in there. And use 2 of these screws, which look like T8s. I do have a better driver. As somebody made a comment, one of my friends, in the last video. Hey, a guy who collects Fisher knives uses the $2 tool that they include. Yes, I am using the $2 tool that they include, which is probably less than $2, because that's what you get in the kit. So I want to make sure that you can actually assemble it with the kit by itself, okay? Now, these are not captive hardware, so you may have to put your finger back in there. I'm going to just do it loosely for a moment. Okay, then step 2 is push down and release. This one goes through here. We're going to take another blind screw. Put it through the back side here. Line up your holes. And take the last screw here. See, this is, yeah, it's like 3 screws and a pivot. Can it be much easier than that? All right, and we're going to push it down and release. There you go. I'm kind of confused that this is the way it goes, but okay. So then you're going to put your washers into the blade. Your other washer into the other side of the blade. This is where it's going to get a bit tricky in alignment. That's the order they say to do it. So I'm doing it in the order that they say. So if I push up on the lock, I'm not even actually reading all the instructions. I'm just kind of following the pictures. I'm kind of treating it like IKEA, okay? There's another blind pivot over here. I'm going to put that on this side. So all the blind screws are on that side. Try to line it up as best you can. There you go. And then the pivot. And you're done, I guess. I didn't lube it. Oops. That's all right. We're going to roll with it like this, with it dry for a minute and see how it goes. All right. So tighten this one. Tighten this one and tighten the back one. Those ones are going to be tight in the back. Your one up in the front for the lock bar pivot, you're going to want to loosen that one a little bit there because you need to be able to unlock it and have it spring back. All right. The pivot is pretty tight. It's a little off center, partially because I didn't use any lube for that. So that is going to be a problem for me. It's centered-ish now, and it's real tight. And it didn't jump into lock. All right, so this is not a super precise fit and finish on the knife, since I can't unlock it now. All right, let me loosen up the pivot. I still say this is kind of a fun thing, and these are like $15. If that. I think it's $15 on Amazon. I will put an Amazon link down below. It gives you the mechanics, right? You're not going to cut anything with this. There is metal in it, so this is not designed for non-permissive environments, sporting games, things like that, where you have to pass through magnetometers or anything like that. This is not something you're going to want to try to take into those areas. There is no pocket clip. I think it's really just kind of a fun little toy. So really, I would call this a toy. Does it even talk about putting any of the oil in here? I'm going to close the knife, see if it works smoothly. If it's hard to open, check the tightness. Yeah, they don't talk about the oil at all, which is interesting to me. It does come with, speaking of no pocket clip, there is a Cordura nylon sheath, belt sheath. Let's just take a look at that. Yes, I will probably do another quick quote review video on this, maybe not. All right, so you do have that. Does have a belt loop thing. You know, for $15, what do you expect, right? Mine now did come with an extra set of hardware. I don't know if that just kind of got in the packaging by mistake. Don't know. They do make this in an OD green and blue, I want to say, of which I have on the back shelf. So I will be giving a couple of these away because they sent me 3. They also did send me 2 of these. So I have 1 more of these that I will also be giving away shortly. Unassembled. Okay. If you want it assembled, the assembly is going to cost you. But you can get the kit for free in one of my giveaways coming up here soon. You know, I think it's cool. It's ingenuitive. It's different. These are their top sellers, the G10 ones. I believe these came first. And then they made the D2 version, which is actually a real knife. This one, you know, is it going to cut open a box? Sure. I could use this to open a box. I could use my literally unsharpened pencil to cut the tape on a box and open it. How many times have we opened a box with your keys? So we don't need anything super crazy sharp to open the Amazon box. This would work for that. It's goofy, but it's like $15, right? There's some flex in the blade. It's G10. It's just kind of cool, kind of silly. Could be birthday present party favors for your 5-year-old son, maybe. you do a birthday party and you put these in there and the kids build them. Check with the parents first because they may be anti-knives. I don't know, right? It's interesting. It's cool. It's fun. There you go. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. If you're interested in getting one of these kits, let me know. Maybe I'll ship you one just because. And if you want to buy one, they're $15. There'll be a link down below for Amazon. Check them out. Thanks, guys.